we've talked about telephony forever. It's a product that fits into your IT services, and dealers, if you haven't embraced it, you should. I think it's a natural, it's a gimme. Obviously, it's for those that primarily, and maybe not so primarily, but I think the ones that are already providing managed network services, it's a natural. But for those that aren't, it's still something that they can get involved with. It's a good business. And again, it's a different business. So you're approaching new customers, and you're offering to your existing customers something totally different. Increase the revenue. You may have a decreasing margin because of what's going on competitively in print, but what difference does it make if you're able to sell them another product or service? So your gross revenue and the net dollars are better. I can't look at it any other way. So what else is out there? Well, certainly we've talked about it ad infinitum. You move upstream. You sell the big printers, the digital cut sheet devices. And then from there, you just keep going up into the production space. A 60 page per minute, 70 page per minute color product, cut sheet product is not that difficult in terms of a dealer who's focused in the office to sell. And again, to some degree, he is selling a slightly different customer, certainly with a different application on the graphic side. That is definitely a product that they can get into. And the price range is not exorbitant, which would entail some heavy investments in terms of demonstration hardware, parts, etc. You get one, put it in the showroom, and you go from there. And I think that can be done. Obviously, the techs have to be trained to service it, but I don't think that's an onerous task. And for somebody who's been in business for a while, being able to upgrade one of your techs should not be that big a challenge. This is something that they can sell to a customer that they may not ordinarily be selling or ordinarily selling. Let's take a look at a school bid. Generally, school bids provide a provision where you can put in a high-speed monochrome machine. It's an opportunity. So if you're selling a 120-page monochrome machine, it's a natural to fit in to a school bid, or to bid with exception if it's not in there. So there again is another opportunity. And then, of course, labeling machines, period. Again, it's a whole other area to attract new customers and have them diversify your business somewhat. So that's another area or product area you should take on. The products are there. They're selling them to dealers. Why wouldn't you want to at least evaluate what that can do for your business? Are there other opportunities? Well, you got to pay attention to what your current vendors or current suppliers are getting into, and look at them for leadership and say, where do we go from here? Again, we alluded to this in one of our previous Fridays with Frank, where we kind of got ticked off about somebody bad-mouthing or not being very receptive to what ECDI was pitching in the way of a charger, electric charger, obviously for electric automobiles, and perhaps other things that could be charged that are electrical. You have to evaluate them. Can I recommend that and say this is the thing to do? No. I don't know enough about it, but it's something you can examine, coming from a very credible source. There have to be other people out there that are looking to sell something new or something different to dealers. Embrace it. I've said this many, many times, and I'll say it again. You're one of the free organizations that has an outbound sales force and outbound service force. You have a proven track record of quick response to whatever you sell and install. Who the hell provides that today? Not many, if any. Everybody's looking to get rid of that overhead. Buy it online, and if you're lucky, even if you buy service, you're lucky if you get it, because that's not what they're structured to do. I mean, those are just the beginnings of the things that dealers should be getting into. And for those of you that are already into managed network services and production print, you're light years ahead of where the dealers are that aren't. Right now, there are dealers in that position who, the way they run their business, they say that 50% of their revenue comes from the base business, imaging, what we call imaging, copying and printing in the office. They're into production print, they're into managed network services, and of course have a heavy reliance on MPS. 50% of their business comes from that. That is a sustainable business market, a market approach. And that's the way you should view it. You're starting out with a foundation of 50% of what you need. You got to go get the rest. That's my story for today.